you. This week's edition of Bophelong is myself, Gule Molebatsi. Thank you for joining us this afternoon and a very warm welcome to you. They know all about the pressure that comes with writing that final matric exam paper, and they have the experience to share their testimony with us today. But what makes them unique is their will to make it on the list of achievers of the class of 2015. The 19-year-old Mpho Dwaba completed her matric at a school where she was the only student with a physical disability, setting a trend for others who will follow on her footsteps. And then there was Bethany Oliphant, also 19-year-old. While writing her final exam, she was receiving dialysis every 4 hours. This is part of her treatment for the urinary failure. These young ladies came out victorious, and today they tell us just what it takes to overcome such hurdles. Let's start with Mpho in Hammanskraal.
I wish I can walk.
Celebrating learners that made it despite their health complications or disability restrictions, Bophelong met Mpho from Hammanskraal, who was diagnosed with a rare bone condition causing her to be unable to stand or walk.
There are things that I can't do. And to do at least maybe lazy. Like every time I ready to be like a lot of kids around because like the tip thoughts and what's on, they're not wheelchair friendly.
Let's see Mpho Dwaba's story.
I'm always on a wheelchair. I can't even walk because my bone is strong to stand up. I was diagnosed from a disease called osteogenesis imperfecta. I have a brittle bones. Like when I was growing up, I guess better like hanchi, kids, let me talk like teaspoon, like so like if it's we my interest better and stuff. No, I think it's strong. Maybe I'm sick of all
Her mother had questions as to why and how she was going to bring Mpho up after being diagnosed at birth.
I once asked God, oh my God, what wrong is it that I've done for you to give me this kind of a child? But my mother said to me, my daughter, there was this disabled child somewhere in heaven. Then God wanted to give it to someone, but he didn't know who to give it to. But because of your heart, that's why God gave you this kind of a child. And he'll always make a way for you to make her to grow up. Because there is this saying that says, he cannot give you the burdens that you cannot carry. He knows why he gave us Mpho in this family.
As a child, Mpho amazed her family as she made it easy for her family and community to bring her up.
Mpho was born with a syndrome, osteogenesis imperfecta, but we recognized it when she was 9 months old. The thing was, she can sit, but she couldn't stand up. Then we took her in and out of hospitals for the doctors to determine what was the problem. Then at Steve Biko, they diagnosed her with osteogenesis imperfecta. They explained it to us that is a disease with brittle bones. She breaks easily. There's no way that she can stand up. There's no way that she can move. That was how she grew up. And the support that we get from the family, from friends, from community is the thing that made her to be what she is today.
Although at school it was not easy, she was teased in primary school, but that taught her to stand up for herself.
High school, because I think high school, like okay, conditional Mpho abim wheelchair is also, but to primary, I'm like every day because high class school, and stuff, but high school,
Mpho was never taken to a special school, and she felt no need because she never doubted her strength.
Sometimes, can you like Mpho? In our hair, I'm calling. This is change my life in your house. Like, like, by really going to time into one who give us strong. Yeah, and give you all life obstacles.
Her mother also believes that Mpho was given extra strength.
The people she's living with, and she's got faith. Since we got a child like Mpho in this family, we were drawn closer, so much close to God. Any challenges that we had, we just gave everything into his hand, and he really gave us a way.
Mpho encountered a lot of challenges by being the only learner with a disability throughout her school life.
First time I was so naive, but guaranteed the feeling and I feel like, wow, Mpho, we are the best. Like next time, I'm different from other schools, other children. Yeah, cause like go middle school kids here. When kabu November, they told me who Mpho. We go high school or school be. Kopela ho o school so and stuff, but going to understand the P. But I told myself, no, I would do motoring can nakaito get to call. And then I give my kids. Then here I am.
Her friend Mologabi Masola explains some of their encounters.
The challenges they already face so korba thanavara to mutsenga and nexarato so na ko nerator ka ba be thantsere ya ka re ko ba be one day ngi roblela maka ya ke the challenges they already face tsona tso.
Getting sick often and having to miss school, Mpho kept on top of her toes when coming to catching up.
I have a constipation problem. I can maybe 3 weeks not go into toilet. No. And then I go to get toilet matata. So next time maybe get like school because malaka na pila abereka and go school muto next toilet.
Her friends were her pillars as they assisted a lot during Mpho's sick days.
They took notes from teachers. They tell me Mpho, you have homework. They try to they try to help me when maybe I don't understand. Man tell says Mpho more my so if maybe chapter or maybe give me 6. Because couple of moments give me the whole chapter functions. But get on.
Her mom admits to have been a bit worried about her matric performance.
I was so much worried because she's having this constipation problem. She can go for 3 weeks without going to the toilet. And when that time comes, she'll have cramps in the stomach. It's like sometimes I used to say to myself, oh God, why don't I take this pain away from this child? Why can't I carry this burden that she's having? That's the challenge that I used to have. But through God's grace, that's what happened. It was like she's a hard worker. She's determined to get goals. She's having that perseverance. If she wants to get something, she works hard to get that.
Life was made easy by the friends she chose, and she still cherishes them.
My friends, when I meet them, I don't see what get different move on, cause they always doing touring. If I went to one, my brother actually even touring like it. So that's like only different signal.
Soon as she was admitted to Makhetse High School, they made sure to place wheelchair ramps around the school for her.
Got 2012 for like scholars are not necessarily normal, first not the ramps and stuff. But got 2014, the managed to get the ramp because class steps into one wearing and that's going to na like no sharp no, but no difficulty because now when transing it and not to think get a page. So having a so what someone all along so that at least go pele for connecting through the school campus.
Her mother says there is only one way to help your child to be accepted by the community.
Take your kids out so that people can see them, people can accept them, for those kids to end up accepting themselves.
Mpho enjoyed 2015 and describes it as one of her best years lived.
Next tape, worry. Next tape, because like say school, say studying the whole week, say school. Then I class school I get a miracle meet. Next time like get a corner cover a miracle thing, get a pass. Social physical sciences like name past stress in a really life science. But it was the best, I never thought.
There's absolutely no doubt with this type of attitude and commitment to her dreams that Mpho's journey is just beginning, and we will be watching her grow into the woman she is destined to be. Let's go for a short break. There's more coming up when we return.
milk stout chocolate infused. Savor the moment. The crafted chocolate stout made to be savored responsibly by people over the age of 18.
Coming up on Health Talk this Saturday, we discuss healthy schooling. A few days ago was back to school for most and the first for some children. We look at how to get your child healthy for school and maintain the child's health and safety throughout the schooling career. Catch me, Dr. Sello Mutaung, on Health Talk every Saturday at 9 a.m., where we discuss current health matters and give advice on healthy living.
Welcome back to Bophelong on SABC News. Behind every success story, there are those individuals who have contributed towards the achievement of our heroes and our heroines. Mpho credits everyone at her school for accommodating her uniqueness. Indeed, it takes a village to raise a child. She told us her dreams and aspirations. Take a look.
Mpho has conquered and showed her friends and family that there is life beyond her wheelchair.
Being disability, like, as with cerebral palsy, you can do many things following motto akasikhono hujeza. You must never give up on life. You must accept yourself the way you are. That's what I'm doing.
After passing matric, this was one of her dreams.
I wanted to be a dietitian. You know? Like, mohai bampele hatsi bantlhaleso Mpho. He was a dietitian, o tlo ka tsana go hore o kre mmereko and stuff. Lo kana le di-degree tsa hao o ntse mohai sa bereke. So it was something following nice professor school. So maybe like
Besides her own health complications, this is why she loved the career.
Given home South Africa, obesity is a very big major in South Africa. So I want to make a difference. Maybe a careful percentage of obesity. Maybe like I will make a difference.
Her mom was very excited to the news of her daughter passing matric.
I didn't believe it, but the school told me that, you know what, she's going to get something. Your child is so bright. Mpho is going to make it. And then I have this thing that I gave everything to God. I didn't doubt him. When she started writing exams, I went on fasting and I prayed, God, you must take my child to where I think she belongs. Please be with her up until the last day of exams. And indeed, he did wonders. It happened.
Mpho acknowledges her teachers for helping her out with some of her emotional issues.
There's this meme take her. When I'm sad, I go to her and I'm telling her the meme. Like I give you the shabu, one shot like meme, nan shalo hang am advice and so on. There's this meme that's why my English class teacher. Yeah. She ran one shalo like Mpho come to move then I go like maybe if you get to me.
She is now registered to study a different course at the Pretoria College.
Logistics and management.
This is what she gets up to for fun.
We do some parties and friends. We go out and have some drinks and snacks. Yeah, that's how I do.
She does wish sometimes to be normal and be like other kids.
I wish I can walk.
Her mother is grateful to be blessed with Mpho.
She's a blessing to us. There was not even a day where we felt like she was a burden to us. She's not that child who needs a lot of things. I think she was made to understand her situation. She's not like bossy or always in need or always wanting to do things that she knows she cannot do.
Mpho feels like nothing but a hero right now.
Like motivelo o healthy a khonya school a khonya le tsotle but nna ke mo witching like ke khonno feta mo ntlong bana ba ka khonno feta mo yona. These are my friends who helped me through my high school life. I made it with my condition. You can also make it.
Have you heard the saying, you are your actions and not your words? The young lady we just saw just demonstrated that to us. Time now for a quick break. We'll be back after this.
We know you're out there, silently waiting for your spot in the limelight. Step up, people of the party. We need your energy, your greatness. Just because you don't do it for money doesn't make you an amateur. Yes, we salute you, party comrade, with a bottle of Johnny Walker Red Label for just $169.99 from Tops at Spa.
The big news is Newsroom.
We also stream live on YouTube.
Whether you're at home, at the office, or at the gym, wherever you are, Newsroom is right there with you. Bringing you all the latest news, updates, sports, weather, and everything in between. Get all the latest news you need on the go via live streaming on our YouTube channel. That's Newsroom, weekdays at 9 a.m. only on the SABC News Channel.
Welcome back to Bophelong with me, Molebatsi. We are in the last segment of our show, and as promised earlier, we are about to play you Bethany Oliphant's story. Bethany's sole mission last year was to complete her matric, and she did that against all odds. Her parents, who were her source of support, chatted to us, and we managed to have a few words from the star herself, Bethany. But due to her treatment which makes her tired, she wasn't able to give us a full interview. Take a look at this.
Renal failure, also known as kidney failure or renal insufficiency, is a medical condition in which the kidneys fail to adequately filter waste products from the blood. Once diagnosed, the symptoms of kidney failure are due to build-up waste products in the body that may cause weakness, shortness of breath, fatigue, and confusion. Bethany Oliphant, a 19-year-old matric graduate, was diagnosed with complete renal failure.
Bethany fell ill on the 4th of June 2014. 2014, eh? Yeah, 4th of June 2014. We woke up early one morning. I was laying in bed actually. My son ran into the room and he said, "Daddy, Mommy said you must come. Bethany's getting sick." We got into her room. She was laying on the floor convulsing. There was blood running out both sides of her mouth. She had bitten through her tongue on both sides and she was in this fit. We don't know for how long. That was just before 6 in the morning. It looks like she had a stroke, so I didn't know what to do. I mean, I phoned a friend of mine who's a paramedic. He said, "You know what, get her to hospital immediately."
Bethany, living with CKD on the week of our shoot, felt very tired from the dialysis. She allowed both her parents to speak on her behalf.
She was born with this problem where the urine goes up the urethra or something, and it doesn't get excreted, but it flows back into her system, and it causes infections. And she actually had one kidney that was formed smaller than the other or something. So, you know, from birth, one kidney was doing the bulk of the work, so much so that eventually both her kidneys collapsed.
Exhausting constant dialysis made it seem impossible to go about daily routine, especially school, but Beth made it through.
She was on hemodialysis for a couple of months. Eh, Beth? Yeah, she was on hemodialysis for a couple of months. You'll actually see when she wears, tops with maybe low neckline or something, you'll see there's a scar on her chest where they actually had to do an operation and they had to insert tubes into the main artery so that they can drain her blood. And it's like a 4 to 5 hour process where it drains all your blood and takes it through a machine, and it purifies your blood and sends it back into your system. And she was on that for a while, but obviously because she's at school, it's challenging because every second day she has to go to hospital for about 5 hours and sit on a machine. And she's now currently on what they call peritoneal dialysis, where She dialyzes every 4 hours, up to 5 times a day. And it's a manual form of dialysis where actually she now has to manually drain her abdomen and then refill her abdomen again in order to get rid of all the toxins and impurities and stuff.
Bethany kept strong in her faith of achieving her dreams.
It's been hard. I've been through like so much, but yeah.
Her mother Tracy was the biggest cheerleader.
I've got to encourage her and I say, Bethany, today you're going to make it. And we stand and we pray and we thank God that she sees another day. So it's not an easy journey. She needs a lot of encouragement, but she's got a lot of determination. And if we didn't have the staff at the renal unit who constantly pray for her, the doctors that have say that she's in their prayers.
Her family and school believed in Beth as much as she believed in herself.
When she now passed matric, it was messages we received, and they were so excited when she walked into the renal unit. I think it was Monday. We were there on the holidays, and they were all excited and giving her hugs, even from the hemo sisters to the COPD sisters. So without that support system and without our family support system, I don't think, and without God, it wouldn't have been possible.
Her father is inspired every day by her zeal.
I often say Bethany is my hero because, you know, she's got a hell of a lot more guts than what I do. I mean, you very seldom hear her complain. As a teenager, it's in the prime of her life that, you know, this thing happened. She had matric waiting for her just before this happened. She had to enter a matric year where every first interval at school she would have to go to a treatment room at school and do dialysis at school. She can't swim. She loves swimming. We can't go out as a family. We can't go out for the day. You must remember she must be back every 4 hours. She needs to do a treatment. So it affects, you know, a lot of what we take for granted as being normal.
Bethany had to say this to peers in similar situations.
If you do what you're supposed to and focus on getting better, and you know that you can get better, and it's not hard. It's not hard actually. You can do it. It's easy if you try.
Her family now knows that anything is attainable.
It hasn't been easy, but it's been possible.
Bethany is on a kidney transplant list and she hopes to undergo a transplant this year. We here on the show are rooting for her and we continue to cheer her on. A big thank you to the two ladies for sharing their stories. And how can we forget to thank you at home for watching us today? That's all we have time for today. Until next week, it's a goodbye for now.
The son of Africa, Trevor Noah, is leaving America in stitches.
I never dreamed that I would one day have, well, two things really. An indoor toilet and a job as host of The Daily Show.
We are the first to bring you the latest films around the globe.
Dear white people, the minimum requirement of black friends needed to not seem racist has just been raised to 2.
Cobhams Asako is a gifted blind musician, a master of soothing notes from the piano.
I love to sit behind the piano. You know, that also helps me find inspiration.
Join Refulo Mulwa every Friday for that 1-hour weekly dose of art and entertainment news at 9 p.m. on Trends.
Here is 30-year-old Bongani Mbambo, popularly known as DJ Phobia. He is a blind DJ but still has an inspiring vision.
It was difficult for me, growing up, because I had eye cancer at the age of 3 months. Yeah, that's how I became blind. And then as I grew up, the other kids used to treat me differently. They used to tease me about my blindness, That never stopped me from doing what I want to do.
A good support structure has made Bongani the man he is today.
My friends stood by me, and they even taught me how to ride a bicycle. I could ride a bicycle. They say, no, you can do what we can do. Being blind, it doesn't bother me at all. That's why I say I don't wish to see. Yeah. So, I believe that God is with me, in everything I do, and I pray that He helps me to be the best that I can be. This is my phone, ne? It comes with the speaking software already installed on it. When I type, I just type the number 2, then there's 1, then there's 5, then it speaks everything that I do.
He met the well-known DJ Christos, who taught the young man how to turn tables.
In 2005, he called me and invited me to the very first South African music conference. Yeah, then I stayed at his house for 2 weeks, and then he taught me how to play. The first day I got there, and it took me only an hour to master the turntables.
And from then on, he never looked back. He has been working very hard to get his name known.
I've played alongside the following DJs like Black Coffee, Christos, Oskido, Fresh, Maestro, Glenn Lewis, Tira, everyone basically, and then even the Ralph Gum, Rocco. The only guy that I wish to play alongside is Louis Vega.
Now we get to see Bongani, the DJ Phobia.
Sometimes when I play, I just feel like, hey, yeah, the crowd is giving me the energy. Yeah? I'd like to say, never give up on what you want to do. Never feel sorry for yourself. If you're disabled or anything, or someone is teasing you, or never let that bring you down. Never let anyone bring you down or try to stop you from doing what you want to do.
You're not just blind in the physical, but in Zotitao, blinding ngempela kule nto yenzayo. You're a pro.
Our eyes are the window to the beautiful wonders of the world, but blindness enhances other senses. Technology has made living with blindness easy.
If you look at the side here, it's got grooves in there.
Yeah.
So the first one after when it comes together will be 20 Rand, 50 Rand. And if I slide this in, I can see according to the grooves, it's now on 50 Rand.
To Steve Kekana, blindness was never a hindrance, but a blessing.
You got to know that you are the child of the universe, being blind, and you've got the right to be here.
Join your host, Dr. Sello Mutawun, every Saturday from 9 a.m.